Are you coming to Niagara Falls? There's a lot more to do than just go to the falls.
Stay tuned. We'll show you what.
Welcome back.
Thanks for joining us. This past weekend we got to go on a little excursion and we went to Devil's Hole State Park, which is a New York State Park. We are still in partial lockdown up here in New York, so we didn't know what to expect.
It was very nice to get out and actually do a hike and to be able to get a little bit of fresh air. It started out a little bit rainy, and then the sun came out and it was absolutely beautiful.
And humid.
And humid.
So we're going to show you this little place because if you're coming to Niagara Falls and you like to hike and you don't want to do the touristy things, this is a great spot to go. A lot of people don't know about it when they go and visit the falls. It's north of the actual falls. It's part of the Whirlpool Rapids. It's a nice little hike. A lot of people don't want to do it because there's around 400 stairs to get in and out.
And there's also a lot of signs that say that to stay on the path because there's strong undercurrents in the water.
Right. You don't want to be doing this with little kids that are out of control, that can just run away, and if they get too close to the edge, you fall in the water, you're gone.
Yeah, the water is very strong. It's moving very fast.
A lot of people do go to fishing down there. We talked to one guy, he didn't catch anything though. So I don't know if it was worth the 400 steps getting in and out of the place to not catch anything, but
we did know when we did show up there, we realized that they've closed the one set of stairs going down into the gorge for construction because of fallen rocks and that type of thing, just making sure that to make them safe again.
But we do have some pictures and we will show you those. And then you can go, the other set of stairs is in what they consider Whirlpool State Park, which basically is almost next door to each other. And you can go down the stairs from there.
You can, if you go there and both sets of stairs are open, it's good to go in at the Devil's Hole stairs, go down into the gorge, and walk towards the whirlpool, and then come up the stairs on the other end.
So if you want to look at this map from the, should be the right-hand side arrow is where Devil's Hole starts, and you can. This is the path that we're going to walk and take you along all the way to the end. It's one way in. Usually we go in Devil's Hole, walk to the end, turn around, come back, and go up the Whirlpool Bridge, and then you have to walk along the top rim to get back to your car.
There's a trail with a very big railing that runs along it so that you can look down into the gorge for the whole way back through.
They call that the Whirlpool Rapids Trail, and it actually is supposed to run from the Rainbow Bridge all the way down along the edge of the gorge. We've never actually. They've got 8 trails. I'm going to show you the map of that too. They've got 8 trails listed. I've been on the ones up in Lewiston by Art Park. They were short little trails. I wasn't super impressed with those. I like Devil's Hole and the Whirlpool, and they consider that 2 separate trails, even though one, we'll show you in the pictures again, where one ends and the other continues around the corner up the whirlpools. So there's a lot of American history going on in this area. Obviously between the Americans and the Canadian border, border fights and the waterways and early settlers and that kind of thing. In 1763 there was a Devil's Hole massacre. It's kind of an interesting story. I'm going to put a link down below. I'm not going to get into all the details of it, but there's a link down below if you guys want to read the story about it, if you're into a lot of history and that kind of thing.
Along the trail there's a few different caves that can be found along the way.
Yeah, unfortunately people like to bring spray paint and graffiti them, but the one cave down, when you go down into Devil's Hole, that stairwell, the one cave on the way down is supposed to be haunted. I've heard stories. I tried to look up on that, but I couldn't find that one either. because that's where the massacre occurred, so I don't know if that's why they say it's haunted. The other interesting thing about the area was the Great Gorge Railway Trail. And again, I'm going to put a link down below that you can read more into the history. But basically there was a railroad on where we're walking. There used to be a railroad bed. On September 6th in 1901, President McKinley was there riding with his wife and his entourage hours before he was assassinated in Buffalo. But in the Whirlpool State Park, there's a nice building there that had men's rooms and women's rooms, and they were actually open. So that area also has some really nice picnic tables, picnic areas, so you can come down there and have a picnic right by the gorge. They also have a really nice playground there, but again, that's roped off right now because of the circumstances going on. So it's a nice place you can go just for a day with a family and spend time and check out the sights and take some nice nature walks. And there's bike areas where you can bike without worrying about being hit by cars.
We saw a really interesting squirrel. Yeah, an interesting squirrel. It was it's not a normal color. It was kind of a whitish color, and I hope that we have a little bit of footage of that for you too. Well, that was a quick trip down into the gorge and back out, and a little bit of history that we have with it. I hope you enjoyed it.
So thanks for coming along and joining us. If you like this video, share it out to your friends. Stay tuned for part 2 where we go down to Niagara Falls, and then we'll show you around town and the other things there are to do.
So in the comment section down below, go ahead and let us know if there's anything that you have questions about. Give us a thumbs up.
And until next time, bye.
Bye now.